Hello, Donnie here from Global Crisis. The next drawing that we need to consider is going to be the individual. I've had some people want me to explain a little bit about the concept of finding ourselves through the processes previously defined. The individual, when I break it up in this drawing that I just did, I see things in this word that help us to understand what has culminated up to this point of research. In not dividing duality, not dividing duality, individual. So not making a separation of the dualistic nature that we talked about in the previous diagrams is what I think this is pointing to. The symbols on each side of this yin and yang drawing that I did are yin and yang. The drawing also represents the directions, the opposite directions that lead us back to the source, okay? Which is oneness with this infinity through the aligning of the spheres of consciousness. Okay, so we understand how to return to infinity by returning to identification of who we are, the individual. Not dividing duality seems to have to do with not making a separation in dealing with approaching the shamanic paradigm. Controlling the emotions through the detoxification of this process that we discovered is done through detoxification of the body and mind through eliminating chemicals, refined sugars, processed foods, and things that are hindering this alignment, this process. So this drawing is called the individual, and I'm trying to answer a question from someone who posted on my YouTube site concerning the individual and identification. See, we started from this infinity symbol and began to create this model of internalization of creation within the body, within the canon of man that we discovered. Okay, so after we've internalized creation and united ourselves with the symbiosis of existence through eating the proper foods, the macrobiotic understanding, we have gotten to the point where we need to answer that question, to be or not to be. Do we want to be in alignment with the spheres of consciousness or not to be? That has to do with not dividing this duality. It's a simple question that we really have to ask ourselves that shows us how to continue in this process. So not dividing duality has to do with not making a separation between us and the universal mind, the mind that's outside of all creation, that contains the material necessary for our mental and physical evolution. So the yin and yang symbol envelops all of the spheres of consciousness through this grid that we see, that in Alex Gray's portrayal in the Sacred Mirrors drawing book that he created, he is basically reiterating Leonardo da Vinci's canon of the man, showing that we are connected through some energetic field to all of the creatures upon the earth down to the smallest insect and organism. Okay, understanding this connection is crucial in understanding how we can help the world. We've broken away from a lot of communication because of technology. We need to utilize technology to be able to educate people of something that they're not going to learn in school or college. When I went to school, I studied fine art and music and sculpture, and I have a sculpture that I did that I will show in the next video that has to do with the dynamic of the mind. We have sadness and we have happiness and all these other dynamics of the personality that we need to bring into subjection to the concept of inspiring people collectively in changing the world. This is the only way that this is going to happen. So in the next video, I will describe to you what advancements have been made up to this point and the research, and I would appreciate any more questions that you would have concerning, the diagrams that we've discussed. And I will also be presenting a recipe book and taking you into the kitchen and showing you the ingredients that I use and how to broaden macrobiotic cooking by utilizing certain ingredients. And I'll also show you the fundament of the diet and the way that they are prepared, the recipes. So I will take you into the kitchen, but I need to establish a foundation of why culinary art ties into freeing the minds of people, the people that you are trying to influence, the dream that Martin Luther King spoke of, that John Lennon spoke of, to be able to imagine a world. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. That was written by Einstein. He has a book called The Book of Dreams that's very important in terms of understanding how to manifest reality, which is really quantum physics. Thank you.